Pothos Nodes Explained, the secret to successful propagation. Have you ever tried to propagate a pothos cutting, but after weeks, nothing happened? The cutting stayed green, but it never produced new roots or new growth. One of the most common reasons is a simple mistake: the cutting does not have a node. For pothos propagation, the node is the most important part of the plant. Understanding what a node is and how it works can greatly improve your success when creating new pothos plants. In this video, we will explain what pothos nodes are, why they are important, how to identify them, and how to use them correctly for successful propagation. What is a pothos node? A node is a small section on the stem where important growth happens. It is the point where a leaf connects to the stem, new roots can develop, new vines can grow. If you look closely at a pothos vine, you will see small bumps or joints along the stem. These areas are the nodes. The space between two nodes is called an internode. The node is where the plant has the ability to create new growth. Why are nodes important for propagation? When you take a pothos cutting, the node contains the cells needed to produce new roots and continue growing. Without a node, a cutting usually cannot become a new plant. For example, a single pothos leaf may stay alive in water for a long time, but if it does not have a piece of stem with a node, it usually will not produce a new vine. This is why successful propagation always starts with a healthy node. The node is the foundation of a new pothos plant. How to identify a node? Finding a node is easy once you know what to look for. Look along the pothos stem for areas where a leaf grows from the stem. A small brown root bump appears. The stem becomes slightly thicker. These points are the nodes. Many nodes also have small aerial roots. These are natural roots that help pothos climb in its natural environment. If your cutting includes an aerial root, that is often a good sign because the node is already active. How many nodes should a cutting have? There are different ways to take pothos cuttings. Single node cutting. A single node cutting contains one node, one leaf, a small section of stem. This method allows you to create many new plants from one vine. However, it may take longer because the cutting has less stored energy. Multiple node cutting. A multiple node cutting contains two or more nodes, several leaves. This type usually develops faster because it has more energy and more growth points. For beginners, multiple node cuttings are often easier and more forgiving. Where should you cut? The correct cutting location is very important. The best method is cut just below the node. Leave a small section of stem below the node so it can sit in water or soil. A good cutting usually has a healthy node, one or two leaves, a strong section of vine. Avoid cutting too close to the node because you may damage the area where new roots need to develop. Can a node grow without a leaf? Yes. A node can sometimes produce new growth even without a leaf. This is why some growers use wet stick propagation, where small pieces of stem containing nodes are used to create new plants. However, for beginners, using a cutting with at least one healthy leaf is usually easier. The leaf provides energy through photosynthesis while the roots are developing. Node problems that prevent propagation. Sometimes a cutting has a node but still fails. Common problems include damaged node. If the node is crushed or damaged during cutting, it may not develop properly. Always use clean, sharp scissors. Rotting node. A node kept in dirty water or constantly wet soil can begin to rot. Signs include black stem, soft texture, bad smell. A healthy node should remain firm. Wrong placement. The node needs contact with water or moist soil. If the node is above the water or buried incorrectly, roots may not develop. How nodes help mature pothos grow. Nodes are not only important for propagation, they are also important for normal growth. New leaves and vines develop from nodes. When you prune your pothos above a node, the plant can often produce new growth from that point. This is why pruning correctly can make a pothos become fuller and bushier. Tips for successful pothos propagation. Remember these simple rules. Always include a healthy node. Cut below the node. Use clean tools. Keep the node moist. Provide bright indirect light. Be patient. A healthy node with the right conditions has everything it needs to create a new plant. Final thoughts. The secret to successful pothos propagation is understanding the node. A node may look like a small part of the stem, but it contains the potential for new roots, new leaves, and a completely new plant. Once you learn how to identify and use nodes correctly, propagating pothos becomes much easier and more enjoyable. With just one healthy vine, you can create many beautiful plants to decorate your home or share with others. Thank you for watching Plants Every Day. If you enjoyed this video, explore our Pothos Plant Care Guide and Pothos Propagation playlists for more simple tips on growing and caring for indoor plants.